What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Tears for Fears. And once again, we're jumping around a bit for this deep dive. And I've been going through some of the live performances from Songs for a Nervous Planet. I did jump back and do a reaction to a live performance back in Manchester. And I think it's technically an unofficial release, so maybe a bootleg recording. Nevertheless, there's still some other material to go through, so we'll keep jumping around in this larger deep dive. And something I'm curious about is the second of two bonus tunes in the bonus material folder for Everybody Loves a Happy Ending. People may remember I already reacted to Pull in a Cloud, and the other one in this extra folder is Out of Control. Once more, shout out to Kim, who has provided all manner of music, including Tears for Fears, and this came from her collection. And yes, Out of Control, it is, of course, more or less straightaway phrase, not being in full control of your momentum, of your behavior, of your situation, and that can be disconcerting or otherwise troubling. But of course, it is the kind of description that can be assessed from the outside, meaning it might not be about the narrator, but somebody else. I have reacted to not only an acid techno tune, an excellent one by this same name, but also a U2 track. I doubt there's any connection here. I don't imagine this is a cover of the U2 tune, which I think is from the very early 80s. Nevertheless, again, the idea of being at the whim of your faculties or at the whim of your disposition, your impulses, and thus having your agency compromised or not being in charge of whatever is happening. So yes, I do wonder who is out of control. Is it the narrator? Is it someone else? Is it the world at large? Indeed, part of the reason I decided to react to this rather than one of the bonus tunes from the era of Raoul and the Kings of Spain is because I saw this title and it felt very apropos to the moment, unfortunately. So let's give it a listen. This is Tears for Fears. It's a bonus tune from the era of Everybody Loves a Happy Ending, and it's called Out of Control.
Goodbye, desperado. If they hadn't sucked out all the poison from your veins, you'd be dead by now. Too late, free to Carlo. You could have the power of the phoenix and the flame if you knew just how. Come me out, come and try, repeat and defeat with the pots and the pans. Walk away, walk on water, they're young and they're old and they don't give a damn. Yeah, but you're out of control. Your babies are changing. You're out of control. Sleepless situation, shaken by the clatter of the clinking on the bars of your private jail. Twisted ultimatum, searching for a lifeline or a band-aid for your sins. you'll bleed and you'll bleed and you'll beg them to stay. Yeah, but you're out of control. Your babies are changing. You're out of control. Don't be afraid now. Your cover is blown. Don't shed a tear now. Your babies have grown.
String synth is like sampled. Something gets sampled from a movie score or something. But yeah, I enjoy it. It definitely has a bit of that late 90s, early 2000s alternative rock edge to it. It's still maybe fundamentally a pop rock song, but yeah, it has a bit of that edge to it, and there's some sonic details that come in which are not arrhythmic. They still fit in the larger rhythm, but they're sort of one-off, like atmospheric elements, not like a consistent in-time melody each and every bar. And some of them had some real dissonance and like wicked electricity to them. So yeah, as I said, it's I think a pop rock tune fundamentally, but it had some of that alternative late 90s, early 2000 edge to it. And like lyrically, there's a lot of phrases in there, and a reference to Frida Kahlo. That's not something I heard or I expected to hear when the song started. And Desperado too, which made me think of the song Desperado. Nevertheless, yeah, it's like, you know, trying to get the poison out of someone's veins, and to Frida, you could have the power of a phoenix and the flame if only you knew how, and the baby lions, and there's something about like in a jail, the sound of the like something the sound of the bars. Like it feels like there's a lot of allegory and or metaphor happening here. I don't know how it all ties together, but definitely the object of or the assessment is coming from the narrator towards someone external. Now, the someone could be society, it could be, you know, the global civilization, it could be someone very specific, another individual person, it could be like a type of person, it could be like said into a mirror, so it's actually about the narrator, but dissociated and, you know, said as if it was to a third party, or I guess a second party if it's you, but as a way to be more honest, as almost like an out-of-body assessment. So yeah, I don't have any insight as to which one of those is more likely. I guess just based on the use of the pronoun you, I suppose another specific person is the easiest way to read it, though I'm not convinced that's the only or even the correct way to read it. But yeah, lots of metaphorical, poetic style lyrics that I don't know how quite to put together. The reference to Frida Kahlo, though, it suggests maybe this is like a cultural or social point. So, or at the very least, like using her story as a lens through which to view a larger subject being addressed. But yeah, again, I enjoy it. I think that's Roland on vocals. I still, to this day, when they're in the higher register, when Roland goes lower, I feel like it's easier for me to, like, you know, unmistakably identify it. And sometimes, you know, I just get a sense like, oh, that's Kurt's vocal, right? But when they're higher, it's a little harder for me to distinguish, even after listening to multiple albums and going over their catalog for the last couple of years. But I think that's Roland on the vocals. So, which is to say, like, if it was a bonus tune from the Raul and the Kings of Spain era, well, it's like, of course it's Roland. Kurt was not involved at this point, but the fact that they have come back together for this album that these two bonus tunes are associated with makes it more ambiguous to me. But that's my guess, that it's Roland on vocals, and I do think his vocal tones fit the kind of moody feeling of the tune. It's not heavy and depressive, but it's not bright and bounding either. It feels like, again, there's a bit of edge, a bit of moodiness to it. So I do wonder what's happening here thematically. Do let me know what you think, and as I said, we'll see what happens next. Maybe I'll go back to another live performance from the Songs for a Nervous Planet double album, which is to say a live performance much more recently. Maybe I'll jump back to that 80s live concert performance. So yeah, we've got options, and I'm looking forward to keeping you all on your toes, but looking forward most notably to just more Tears for Fears. So again, thank you to Kim, thank you to all the folks who've been part of this for the last few years, or those who've joined more recently. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Peace.